Alright, welcome back. We have another deck, the Rakdos Sacrifice deck. It's a really fun deck, but what we're going to be running is 4 Cult Conscripts, 2-1 for 1 mana, enters the battlefield tapped, but you can pay 1 colorless, 1 black, and return it from the graveyard to the battlefield, but you can only activate it if a non-skeleton creature died under your control this turn. Then we use 2 cut downs for early creature control. 1 mana, destroy target creature with total power and toughness 5 or less. We run 4 Cacophony Scamps, 1 mana for a 1/1, and it deals combat damage to a player. You may sacrifice it. If you do, proliferate. When he dies, it'll deal damage equal to its power to any target. We're going to run 2 Go for the Throats, 2 mana, destroy target non-artifact creature. We're going to run 2 Infernal Grasp, destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. That is so we can target artifact creatures and things like that that Go for the Throat can't hit. Then we're going to run 2 Invasions of Asgol, 2 mana for 4 power battle, and when it enters the battlefield, target player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker and loses 1 life. But if you can defeat the battle, it'll turn into the Ashen Reaper, 2/1 Menace Zombie Elemental, and at the beginning of your end step, you can put a 1/1 counter on Ashen Reaper if a permanent was put into the graveyard from the battlefield this turn. We're going to use 3 Ayara, Widow of the Realm, 3 mana for a 3/3. You can tap her to sacrifice another creature or artifact, and she'll deal X damage to target opponent or battle, and you gain X life, where X is the sacrifice permanent's mana value. But for 5 colorless and 1 red, or 2 life, you can transform her into Ayara Furnace Queen, where she'll become a 4/4, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, return up to 1 target artifact or creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, exile it at the beginning of the next end step. We're going to run 4 Furnace Rains, 3 mana. You can gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap that creature, and until end of turn it gains haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, create a treasure token. We're going to run 2 Invasions of Regatha. It is a 5 power battlefield for 3 mana. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to another target battle or opponent, and 1 damage to up to 1 target creature. Now, when you defeat this battle, it'll turn into the Disciples of the Inferno, a 4/4 prowess. If a non-creature source you control would deal damage to a creature, battle, or opponent, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. Then we're going to run 2 Voldaren Thrillseekers, 3 mana for a 1/1. It has backup 2, and pay 1, and you can sacrifice this creature. It deals damage equal to its power to any target. We're going to run 2 Nahiri's Warcrafting. When it deals 5 damage to target creature, planeswalker, or battle. And then you can look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the excess damage dealt this way. You may exile 1 of those cards. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You may play the exile card this turn. Then we're going to run 2 Stormclaw Rager, 3 mana for a 2/2. Pay 1 mana, sacrifice another creature or artifact, and put a 1/1 counter on Stormclaw Rager and draw a card. Activate only as a sorcery. Then we're going to run 2 Ortheon, Hero of Lavabrink, 4 mana for a 3/3, but you can pay 2 mana and tap him, and create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control. It gains haste, and you sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. Or you can pay 9 mana and tap him and create 5 tokens that are copies of another target creature you control that gain haste, and sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. You can only activate it as a sorcery. Then we're going to run 2 Ashushis, the Blazing Sky, 4 mana for a 4/4 Flying Trample. And when he dies, you can exile the top 2 cards of your library, and until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards, or you can create 3 treasure tokens. And lastly, we're going to run 2 Rankle and Torbrand, 5 mana for a 3/4, who has flying, first strike, and haste. But whenever he deals combat damage to a player or battle, you could choose any number. Each player creates a treasure token. Each player sacrifices a creature. Or if a source would deal damage to a player or battle this turn, it deals that much damage +2 instead. Now for lands, we're running 2 Bleakcleave Cliffs, 2 Haunted Ridges, 2 Sulphurous Springs, and 1 Xander's Lounge in case you need cycling. Probably better for late game, you know. You just need to start drawing, because maybe you don't have the oh, where's he at? Where's he hiding it here? The Stormclaw Rager to constantly draw. So it's good just to have for backup. But the idea is using a Yara to continue to bring him back, the Furnace Queen. And you bring back things like the Voldaren Thrillseeker, or use Ortheon to clone her. And so that way all your creatures are going to get +2/+2 for each one that comes in. So you make them really huge, really fast. And with her ability to sacrifice, you could just sacrifice the big creature, just deal the damage directly to them. But with, say, like him, the Cult Conscript, in case you can't get that part of the combo running, you can still get him up and activated to constantly sacrifice and get back. So it helps out a bunch. But that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. I had a lot of fun playing the deck. But if you find yourself coming back to these videos, I'd appreciate if you consider subscribing. You know, it's a small act for you, but it's a huge deal for me. But just something to contemplate. But other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.